It's been a minute. It's been a little minute since I have recorded anything, um, said anything. It's just a lot of life going on. I'm pretty sure if you in America specifically, you can relate. A whole lot of life going on. The topic of this one today is money. The one thing apparently us humans cannot live without. I have been saying a lot recently, and I'm pretty sure I've said it on previous videos. We are on a floating rock in the middle of space. Well, not the middle, but in space. We're on a floating rock in space. And said rock gives us every single thing we need to survive freely. Nature provides every single thing that humans need to survive freely. And yet money is still a thing. Human beings are the only sentient creatures on this planet that pay to exist. I'll say that one more time. Human beings are the only sentient creatures on this planet that pay to exist. Yes, other sentient creatures have to work, they have to do something. There's always going to be an energy exchange with anything. That is a hermetic principle. Cause and effect. Something has to happen in order for something to happen. There has to be some type of exchange. But money? I don't subscribe to any religion. I study them all, but I don't subscribe to one. One thing that I will agree in Christianity is a saying that money is the root of all evil. Or for the love of money is the root of all evil. I agree. That in religion, to me personally. Religion, government, money. Humanity could go without. Money in today's world, especially since none of it really is being backed up by anything. Most currencies are fiat. Money ruins so many things. Relationships, partnerships, friendships, self-identity. A lot. Like, I'm pretty as someone that does tune into what everyone is saying about the dating scene right now. Money is a huge problem as into why men and women aren't seeing eye to eye anymore. Marriages don't last as long as they used to, if at all. And I will have to say that money is a huge part of the reason why. Because it cost, for whatever reason, it cost to get to know somebody enough to fall in love with them and to want to build a future together. In order for me to be in a relationship with you, I have to spend money just so that way you can continue to like me. I have to plan dates in order for you to continue to like me. I have to get you gifts in order for you to continue to like me. And this isn't a one size fit all. Not saying that, but one would say that in most cases in relationships, It is expected for dates, gifts, trips, things of that nature. All of these things require money. I have asked a couple of females that I know to give me an example of a date that does not require any money, no money at all. I don't think I've ever gotten a response to that. Or if they did give me a response, I would point out how money is still being used. Like, take a walk through a park. Okay? If someone is asking to go on a date and be like, hey, let's just go walk through the park. One, off rip, most women don't want to do that for a date. That's besides the point. But if you don't live near a park, or, yeah, matter of fact, if you don't live near a park, because if you take public transportation, you still have to pay. But if you don't live near a park, you still have to pay to get to that park because you have to drive there. Money ruins everything. Everything. Money in politics, money in religion, money in relationships, money in business. It ruins everything. I know we're coming up on a presidential election, and not trying to tell anybody how to vote. Me personally, I don't have any faith in it because we don't actually live in a democracy. It's a republic. It's more like a republic, shall I say. There's no one person, one vote. That does not exist. While we still have super delegates in the electoral college, because they still get to decide who they want their vote to go towards, even if their constituents majority votes in one way, they still have the capabilities of voting whichever way they want. Citizens United. If that never gets overturned, America will never see any change. Why? Because it allows corporations to vote, or to allow them to be able to donate towards political campaigns as if they were a sentient entity. And we already know that America is built for corporations. It is built for that. America is a corporation, and it is ran as such. If the money is never taken out of politics, nothing will change. And the people that they elect or select for office, they're just going to do the corporation's bidding. No matter if they're red or blue, Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, leftist, rightist, centrist. As long as there's money in politics and it requires money to obtain office, it will always be corrupt. Money in religion. I really wish we knew how much churches, mosques, synagogues bring in on a yearly basis from tithes and offerings or donations. Churches don't really do much for the community anyway, besides take up people's time on a specific day. Or if you're truly devout, it takes up more time than that. And it takes away your resources because you're giving into an entity that literally just helps you feel better. Now, I understand some people do need religion for their sanity. But the amount of cognitive dissonance that you have to be able to remain in these religions is absurd. I can't think of the last time a church has actually went out and did anything for its people. I don't recall any mega church or any prosperity preacher ever having to repay or give back the money or do anything for the public, for the with the money that they received from the public. It is sickening. It is sickening. How can someone make 3 to 4 times over the minimum wage in America and still live paycheck to paycheck? I live alone. I have my own apartment. It's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. I live in Georgia, but I live in the suburbs. I don't even live in the city. I live in the suburbs in a low end apartment, very low end because that's all I can afford by myself. It's a low end apartment that doesn't have any amenities, like none. And they're charging $1,400 a month for a 1 bedroom. The foundation of the apartment is old, so every single time you take a step, the floor creaks. I swear to you, it is the best security system that you could possibly have. Because if anybody would have ever tried to break in here, I will hear them just trying to walk to my bedroom. That's how bad the floors are. But they have the nerve to charge $1,400 for a 1 bedroom. And the thing is once you get into that apartment, if you're trying to move anywhere else, then most likely you're going to have to skip out on a rent payment. If you're going to try to move out, then you get an eviction on your, you'll get an eviction on your credit. Or you have to break the lease and pay an absorbent amount for it to not go on your credit while still trying to move, and the cost of moving into another spot. I know all too well. I'm 28 years old and I have moved over 35 times in my life. 35 times. So I'm pretty sure I can attest to the mental strain, the financial strain, and the physical strain that all comes with moving. But people cannot afford to live anymore. All of us on this planet, every single human being on this planet, did not ask to come here. We are the byproduct of two people making a decision. And when we got here, the only two things that we're guaranteed, that is literally a guarantee in life, is suffering and death. That is all. That's the only two things that you are truly guaranteed by coming to this existence. It doesn't matter anyway, because, well, when it comes down to money, it doesn't matter anyway, because when you die, none of that goes with you. None of it. So we're on this planet for a blink of an eye, and all we do is suffer, work, and die. That's not anything worth living. Like, I'm pretty sure if most humans were given the opportunity to make a decision whether or not to be born, a lot of us would just choose not to exist. I know damn well I would. As of right now, I wish I did not. Because there is really no point to any of this. Oh, you just need to change your mindset. Man, it's not a fucking mindset. It's a reality. It is a reality. Only two things humans are guaranteed to have is suffrage and dying. Not suffrage, that's the right to vote. But to suffer and to die. That's the only two things. That's it. And while we're here, we're programmed. From the time that we enter school, we're programmed that money is the most important thing on this planet when it comes down to having some type of form of comfortability. Money. It ruins everything. And until humanity can realize that we are literally on a rock in surrounded by a bunch of nothingness, and said rock provides every single thing that we need to survive, then we're just doomed to repeat the same mistakes of the past. Humans have not learned anything since we've been here. It's all cyclical. We keep making the same mistakes over and over again. And America soon is going to be the next Rome. It's following the same paths, the exact same path. The borders aren't secure. I'm not saying that I have anything against immigrants, because we all share this planet together. Everybody that's in America right now, if you go back far enough, we all migrated. The only place that we're all indigenous to is the motherland, and that's the one place that gets screwed over the most. Because in order to keep the cost of living for the rest of the developed world, the motherland has to be poor. And that should tell you everything you need to know about how dumb and deceptive and destructive that humanity is. None of this is worth it anymore. It's just not. And one day I'll check out of this, and it'll be to my own volition. Fuck money.